Alright, so last night I was at the skate park and heard a pop in my board and noticed a little crack. I don't know if you can see that, but figured it's time to retire this skateboard, and that way maybe a beginner can still use that. That isn't as heavy as me, and they can still get some good life out of that. I ended up getting myself a new, this is a real skateboard, a Shod Weir. Pretty cool graphic, gold Panther, something like that. Anyways, and just got some pretty cheap wheels, so I went and got myself a new set of Bones Pro Buck Elastic wheels. So I'm pretty excited about those as well. Got all this stuff at Havoc Skate Shop. So before we set up the new board, we have to take this the trucks off of this skateboard here. I will be keeping these trucks. They're independent hollows. I like them a lot. Also, we'll be keeping the bearings from here, which are reds. So what we have to do is loosen the hardware. So bottom there's a nut, top there's a Phillips head bit. So I'll show you how to do that. So tool wise, you're gonna need a Phillips head screwdriver. I've got this little poker here to go through the grip tape to make that hole. You don't really need one of these. You can do it with the hardware or even the tip of the screwdriver. Got a couple of short ones here. Anyways, I'm not going to be using the screwdrivers so much. I'll be using this drill with the Phillips head on it. It's just quicker for me. But you know, I'll do a couple with the screwdriver just to show you how to do that in case you don't have a drill around. I'll also be using the skate tool, so it's kind of an all-in-one. You can tighten and loosen the trucks. You can rethread the axles when they get kind of worn, and then you can take the wheels off with this one. You can pop the bearings with this little head, and then this one we're going to use for the hardware. So that's going to go on the bottom of the board by the truck. Okay. So what you're going to want to do is take the skate tool here. You're going to want to put it over this bolt, just like that, and then we will grab the screwdriver, and from the front we will connect in there, and we'll go lefty loosey, twist, twist, twist. Nope, of course, that also happens. I'll just pull that out, and I'll show you what that looks like from the top side. Phillips head in there, skate tool at the bottom, and we're twisting to the left. And it just comes out like that. So we're going to want to repeat that for the remaining two on this side, and then on that side there's going to be another 4. Okay, I'll do that quickly and I'll be right back. Okay, so we're on our last one here, using the drill now. Pop that out, and off comes the truck. There you go, left with the old board. Okay, so this is the part I'm pretty excited for. What we're gonna do, we've got the new board. Now I'll take my little poker and we will insert it in the bottom where those holes are. Go right through the grip tape. That's where your hardware is going to go through. And on this side. This is what you're left with. A couple of nice little holes through there. Next up, we're going to start shoving the hardware through the top. So we'll do that. We'll start on just one side first, so we'll shove it in here just like that. And okay, now when you flip it over, you'll have a perfect mounting point for your truck. So we're gonna grab the truck here and just line it up. You can kind of hold from the bottom, hold the screws so that they don't fall out. And we'll go ahead and grab our little nuts. Grab the top end. We'll just start these. We're not gonna tighten them. We'll just make sure they're on. Right now we're ready to tighten that one. So same thing as we did, but in reverse. So I'm gonna put the drill to tighten. I'll set the torque pretty low so that we don't go through the deck too far. And perfect. We can do finer adjustments just to, we're going to want to level these screws out so that they're not really interfering with your feet when you're sliding over the grip tape. We can you know, adjust it slightly after, but this is on here good and tight. The truck is ready to go. So I'll do the other side and on to the next step. Okay, let's get into these wheels. What we're going to do is just pop these open like this, rough and dirty. Ooh, a little hidden goodie. Oh yeah, like that. Gorgeous. And I'm going to use this skate tool again. This time with this one. I'm just going to, again, lefty loosey, pull these old wheels off. Just put that there. And that's all there is to it. Now you gotta watch out, sometimes there's gonna be little washers. Oh, actually there's one there, so that's coming loose. I don't think you need them, but since they're here, I will use them. So there will be one on this side and one on that side. So this one will be stuck on the truck. Actually, it's on the wheel as well. So we'll put those to the side. Hopefully, don't lose them. As I lose them, I'll put the old wheels there. So I'm going to show you 2 ways to pull the bearings out, because we're going to want to use these bearings for these new wheels. The old school method is to just use the end of the truck. We'll put it here and just on the edge, peel it off. Oh, we're losing stuff. And I'll do that. Oh, someone's dying. The other method, you can use the skate tool has a bearing puller, so insert it here and same thing, just peel it off. Put that to the side. Oh, I'm losing stuff every time. Oh. And these are, you want the red face on the outside of the wheel, so when we insert them we'll put this on the toward the inside. Okay, let's just do a comparison of these wheels. So this is my old wheel, pretty cheap. It came on like a complete Plan B board. Not much to say about it, but these they are, they're super smooth. Well, a little bit wider, and a bit taller as well. I'm probably more excited about these than the board, to be honest with you. I haven't had new wheels in a long time, so let's get on to putting the bearings in. So I'm going to start by inserting it. Again, the red side we're going to want on the outside, so we're going to insert this here, and I might be able to do this with my thumb, but so I can't get it really past that point. I will use this tool and just press it in. But before we add skate tools, speak like I'm a billion years old. Maybe skate tools existed, but we were too broke to have them around. I'm not sure. We would just do this, right? So we'd line it up the way we wanted it, put it there. Actually, there was this little axle spacer here, and you just push down, just like we did there. So that is that's in there. You can push, a fair bit of pressure, right? It slides in, but then it does sit, and it'll sit flush, right? So yeah, that is bearings are kind of crusty, but yeah, that's that. So we'll install this just like so. And then you put the nut back on the axle. Just hand tight, and then we can use this tool again. Put it on, righty tighty. Now you're not going to want to, actually, I'm going to peel that off for a minute. I want to make sure I got that little washer that I was speaking about. Yeah, so it's not on there, so I'll take one of these and just put that on the end. To be honest, I'm not sure what it does. I'm sure it just gives some clearance between this nut and the bearing so that it doesn't bind and slow you down. So we'll tighten that. You're not going to want to crank these, right? What you can do is you can tighten it slowly until it kind of stops, and then we're going to do about a quarter turn back. Let's see how that is. So that's got a little bit of a wiggle in it. I might tighten it just maybe half of that, so half of a quarter, an eighth, I guess you'd call it. I like a little wobble in mine. You don't want it to be too tight, but that is pretty exciting. On to the next. So we're going to do the same for this side. I'll take one. I will put it in the back side first, and just kind of press that in with my hands if I can, and I can't. So just put that there. Do this method. Well, that's giving me some trouble. Well, I guess that can happen. If you're super weak, holy, well, at least it's not going to fall out. So I'm really pushing on that. Let's do that again. There we go. Yeah, so that's nice, no wobble. And we'll find the other one here. So we'll pull this off. Put this one on. Put the little axle thing there. And the other side. that went easier than the other one. So I'm gonna just put this on like so. Put this little washer again, our nut, finger tight, and then we'll tighten it the rest of the way. Oy. So we're tight, and then we're gonna back off just a little bit. Make sure that spins. Yeah, no wobble this time, and it's still spinning great. So look at the difference there. Yeah, that is a much bigger wheel. Curious how it's going to ride. Hopefully it rides better on this rough pavement. I have a paved driveway, but it's not, and you know, it's starting to show its age for sure. So I'm going to do the other two, and I'll show you the completed project after that. Okay. Okay, so this is the completed. It's got the new wheels, the Fresh Bones wheels on here, and the Ashad Weir skateboard. So I guess there's only one thing to do now, and that's pack up my gear and go to the skate park. Try this bad boy out. Okay, so just from that first little glide on this pavement, these are like a dream, to be honest with you. It's so much smoother than the other cheaper sets. You know, when it comes to wheels, I've been guilty of cheaping out, you know, multiple times. The last set I bought was maybe $8 on clearance. It was kind of just a blank no name, and I was like, well, probably doesn't make a huge difference, but just that very short, you know, stroll on the driveway, this was like butter gliding over it. You know, it might help because they're a little bit bigger. Maybe they're a softer compound. I'm not sure the specs on the other ones, but I can't wait to go to the skate park. It's gonna be a real fun time. So thanks a lot for watching, and we'll you know, hopefully do this again sometime. All right, take care.